Welcome to the Q1 Buck Poll. I'm Tim Hart with Mike Big Buck Hoffner. Well, we just had our party at the Soaring Eagle Casino, our final prize party. And you know, Mike, we had a great crowd, lots of people, and a lot of energy, a lot of fun that night.
And a lot of winners. I'll tell you what, people went home and they were just ecstatic about the prizes that we gave away.
Some of the different prizes we gave away. Joy Hudson won a random prize drawing where she won a Dart and Terminator crossbow. We had Robert Wood from Southgate won the Manitoba whitetail hunt from lastminutehuntingandfishing.com, and also Grandview Outfitters. And you know, Mike, we gave away hunts, we gave away all different types of prizes.
Yeah, you know, the thing that really made me chuckle is we actually had a former student from my building win, Kelsey Silken. She won the Trophy Outfitters hunt in Illinois and had a little sibling rivalry because her brother was there, both 1 year apart in age, and he took the ribbing come Monday morning at school because his sister won the hunt out in Illinois.
Well, we had a lot of funny stories from a variety of people. Let's take a look at some of the presentations that we did here at the Soaring Eagle.
Now, I've been saying all along, Greenstone has money. Is that the truth?
That is the truth.
And what do you have money for?
Well, for our borrowers, we're actually giving back $26 million to our borrowers.
What do you mean you're giving $26 million back? How does that work?
Well, we're a member-owned co-op, so if you have a loan with us, so you're a borrower, we distribute some of our earnings. And this year we had a great year, and so we're giving back $26 million.
That is awesome. Give them a round of applause, Greenstone. That doesn't happen too often. Oh, man, you got a whoop-woo too. You hear that? All right, and so you guys finance all kinds of recreation land. Not all banks will finance recreation land with nothing on it.
That's correct, yeah. We, fixed rates, long-term, 20% down. You know, your rec land, Tony LaPratte there is telling you how to, grow big bucks. Well, you got to have the land to do that. We can finance that where other banks can't.
And I will say that you guys were a big supporter and, helped finance Tony. We have a great story from Tony about what Greenstone did for him, and we'll play that here in just a few minutes. But, Mark, we got some prizes to give away, too. So you got all kinds of literature. If somebody needs or wants land, what should they do first? Find the land, talk to you, or find the land? What?
Well, if you talk to us, we can help you see, what you're looking for. But you can do both. Let's say you got some land in mind, come see us. But really, you just want to talk to a loan officer at one of our locations to see, what do you need and just anything like that. So come talk to us first. We can help you out to find that land of your dreams.
Oh, and if you find the land and you need to cut some trees down, we've got a chainsaw, a steel chainsaw, a $700 chainsaw from Greenstone Farm Credit Services. Oh, it's got the chain too. Extra chain. Oh, man, look at that. You be cutting some wood. I didn't say he was the brightest cowboy here, but he is. All right, so Mark's going to reach in there. One of our hunters is going to win the chainsaw.
You can use it for gutting deer.
We're going to use it for cutting deer. What do we got? The winner is either Bill or William Cobb from Midland. Let's talk a little bit about the Whitetail Boot Camp. It's something that you guys have developed. It is generally sold out. Let's talk a little bit about Ultimate Land Management and the Whitetail Boot Camp.
Thank you very much, Tim. The Whitetail Boot Camp is the most advanced boot camp land management facility of its kind. We've had over 90 of the boot camps now, and basically it's for the serious whitetail deer hunter that wants to take his property to the next level. We teach you from everything from A to Z. It is basically designed to hold and maintain and grow mature deer on your property, and that is basically what the Whitetail Boot Camp is all about, and that's what we do.
Well, and you guys have put it to, it's not something that you're saying, oh, just try to do this. You guys do this not only on land for yourselves, but for people all across the country, and, including Ohio, for goodness sakes.
Yes, Ohio for sure and everything, but yes, we have basically been to over 1,000 different properties. Tony and myself have walked on or been on in the last 8 to 10 years. And guys, there's nothing that we haven't seen or fixed. It can be fixed, and that's what we try.
Well, and the key is, get the whitetail bucks there, but keep them there. Okay? And that's obviously the biggest key. And we're not talking about one, we're talking about a lot of bucks.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Tim. And is basically everybody says, let them go and let them go, which is great. But basically, you need to hold these deer on your property during daylight hours, and that's what our specialty is basically growing and raising these deer on your own property and then harvesting. There is nothing more rewarding than harvesting a deer that you raised yourself.
And you've got all kinds of information in the back if people have questions, how it all works and that sort of thing.
Yeah, just come up and see the Alpha Doe or myself, and we gladly help and talk to any of you that have any questions or anything like that, and looking forward to seeing everybody.
All right, we are going to give away a whitetail boot camp. Is that a 2-day deal? What is it?
Yeah, basically, Tim, it's a 2-day course that's basically down in Coldwater, Michigan, okay? And like I said, Tony, myself, and the Alpha Doe are all there. And
The Alpha Doe. Where's the Alpha Doe?
the Alpha Doe is
There
in the
she is in
center
the
in
back, right? Oh, there's a lot of Alpha Does. I saw a lot of women's hands go up.
Yes, but the boot camp, guys, is a 2-day course, and then basically in the boot camp, there's nothing left out. You have Tony, myself, the Alpha Doe there. Any questions or anything like that, we'd gladly help you with. And like I said, it's the cutting edge.
Woods and Water News, the premier outdoor publication in the state of Michigan. Tom Campbell is with us. He writes a lot of the editorials. Tom, let's talk a little bit about Woods and Water News. What's happening?
Hey, Tim, thanks. Thanks for having us here, and we sure do appreciate the invite. And obviously, we need to appreciate what Tim and Q1 Buckpole does for everybody. But did you notice that round of applause? It wasn't for the muzzleloader, it was for the Woods and Waters.
I know, I saw it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was
It
a month
didn't-
old, too. That's great. Well, what we'd really like to do is encourage everybody, if we haven't got your story, your photos of your buck, please go to our website, woodsandwaternews.com, and get them to us, because we love to publish them. As you can see, the publications on your table, you can see there's a lot of deer photos in there, a lot of deer stories, and we sure do want to share your story with everybody else out there. And so please, get them to us, and congratulations to all you successful deer hunters. It would look like a terrific year.
Tom, can you tell me what's coming up in some of the publications? I know you're shifting from one sport, sort of, to the other. Now we're going to hit the lakes and the ponds and everything else.
Exactly right. Plus, we got turkey hunting, which is really popular, and the turkey population looks fantastic this year. We should have some great record turkeys taken this year. So we'll follow that. We follow the seasons. We follow everything monthly. We come out every month. You'll find us on the newsstands, over 2,500 newsstands across the state. Plus, we got subscriptions. In fact, anybody wants to call our office and tell them that you saw the Q1 buck poll,
Yes.
we'll give you $5 off your subscription. So give us a call, and we'll take care of that for you.
And what's new this year in crossbows?
Well, Tim, I'm glad you asked. We've got a bunch of new products this year. We've got the Viper and the Viper Extreme, both back at the trailer. They've got some unique features. If you're looking for a crossbow, stop back, take a look at these crossbows. They've got a trackless rail system. They've got the anti-dry fire. We've got the new soft touch on them this year. So they're very comfortable. They're lighter weight. They're very fast. So it's great crossbows.
Great deal, and you can shoot them all in the back. We are going to take an intermission here in just a little bit, and it'll be your chance to come back, see Ted, and shoot all those bows. But Ted, we got a crossbow here we want to give away.
Oh, awesome. We
The
got the
Darton
Terminators.
Terminator we want to give away. But we got some other prizes here. What do we got first, Tony? We got a Budweiser bag for a guest. It goes to, I have no idea. What would you say that name is?
Nick England.
Nick England. Is there a Nick England? A 206-8098 phone number? Is that you? Is that your name, Nick? You must be a doctor, man, because I can't read anything on that one.
We got the Carhartt bag.
We have a Carhartt cooler and a compact trimming saw. It goes to Dan Klein. Where's Dan at? Yeah, there we go, Dan Klein. We ready for the crossbow?
He shot his first deer this year.
He shot his first deer.
Yeah.
Was it a big deer?
Yeah.
It was an okay deer.
Yeah.
It was brown, it's down.
Yeah.
He put a little meat in the freezer.
Excited.
Was it a
Excited.
Darton crossbow?
Oh, here you go. There, you got it. You got his bag. All right.
This is for
Dan Klein won that. This is for the Darton Terminator crossbow. Tell me about these features on it real quick, Mr. Ted.
Tim, this is the brand new 2013 Dart and Crossbow. It's a full composite stock. It's got the anti-dry fire. It's got the automatic safety on it. It's got the string suppressant system on it, the barrel suppressant system, 4x32 scope, quiver, and rope cocker all included in this package.
A hell of a deal is what you're saying.
It's a hell of a deal.
It's a hell of a deal, especially since you're going to get it for free. Steve, tell us about the Country Smokehouse.
Well, like the video said, we started back in '86, me and my wife and the kids, and it's been going strong ever since. I see a lot of my customers here tonight, and I was telling yourself there, I think you remember, we got a lot of deer come in our store. And I don't think he believed me when we told him how many deer we had coming at the smokehouse, but we were up this year quite a bit. And our business is by word of mouth, people trying our products, and tasting is the believing.
Well, I will tell you this. So last year we went up on the 16th, I believe it was, me and my son Nicholas, and we registered. At one point, Nick said to me, he said, "Dad, the cars are still up, around, out the driveway, down the road. That's a lot of deer." How many deer did you guys process this year?
We won't tell that number, but that day he was there.
Thousands.
Well, that day he was there, we brought in over 480 deer that day alone. We have refrigerated meat trailers at our facility. We have 14 of them out there where we store all the deer refrigerated. We don't stack them on top of people's, floors. Most shops you go to, the first one in is always the last one out. Our place is first one in is first one out. Garbage in, garbage out, quality in, quality out. So we invite anybody to come by and see us if you would.
And we've done a number of cooking shows with you guys this year, and Ryan sure cooked up some good stuff this year.
Yeah, that's another thing. We have a chef on duty there at Smokehouse there at our gourmet meat store, making all different kinds of sausage. All of our recipes are homemade. If you wonder why our products taste better than most people, we don't buy from the butcher supply houses like most of you guys who go to Kemp Butcher Supply, Butcher Packer, and all these other places. Well, that's where all these processors are buying theirs from. Ours are all homemade up there. Every recipe I handcraft myself, or a customer comes up to me with an idea, and then we take it, and then we go from that point on.
That is quite a process, and as we take a look at it, I will tell you this, folks. When you got beetles that are eating on the skulls, and Kevin says, well, they're right here in this freezer. Just go ahead and open up. It was the nastiest smelling thing I ever smelled in my life. It was nasty. I said, all right, I get a camera angle from way back here. But Kevin, you guys do a great job. Tell me we heard about it. Tell me something else.
Well, Tim, we've been doing this for 4 years now. We started this off 4 years ago, and fortunately we got with you last year to help promote it, and it's done wonders for us. We got into the beetles last year, and they just do a superior job. A lot of the guys out there boiling them, a lot of the taxidermists, they just don't take the time to prep them right. We've got about 18 taxidermists we work with throughout the state, and they've seen what we're doing with them, and so we're just doing more beetle cleaning than ever. But they come out great. It's a perfect way to preserve them. Adds a lot of durability to them, and it's a good way to go.
Taxidermy by Derlane. You saw the giraffe. You saw all the whitetail and all the different animals as you were walking in up there. Kevin Van Atta is with us. And Kevin, you guys do some fabulous work. The one day I was at their store, again, I guess you'd call it your shop, your store, whatever the case is. You guys were bringing a truckload of enormous elephant bones and everything like that. You guys do all kinds of things at Taxidermy by Derlane.
We do animals from all over the planet. We do animals from Australia, New Zealand, Africa, North America, South America, all over.
Well, how does it work? Does somebody got to be from your area, or can I just send it to you? How does it work?
Yep, you can contact us and we can help you with shipping arrangements, shipping tags, information that would be pertinent to you to get your trophies back into the United States, hook you up with a broker. Just contact us and we can help you along.
So great stories and a great time. And we had a very touching moment at the final prize party at the Soaring Eagle. Chuck Tryon came to me and said, my brother Don is in a wheelchair. He has about 2 weeks left to live. And one of the things that he wanted to do was get out of the hospital, and come to the final Q1 Buck Pole Prize Party?
You know, it was pretty cool. You know, people gave him a standing ovation. My heart goes out to that family. But, you know, deer hunting does a lot for a lot of people, and we put a smile on his face.
Exactly. Here's what Don had to say at the party.
We've got a special guest here tonight. Heart-touching story, I would say. Don Tryon. And his brother Chuck are here. And we want to talk to Don a little bit. Don, one of his last wishes for his life right now was to make it to the Q1 Buck Pole Prize Party this year. And Don has been a hunter for a long time. Don, how was your hunting this year?
Great.
So what do you like most about being in the outdoors?
I just like being out there with the wildlife, and I've always wanted to shoot a big buck, and I did it this year.
Tell me about your hunt this year with the big buck. And Rob, if I could get you, I'm gonna pull back a little bit. If I could get you to jack my mic up a little bit so we can hear Don about his hunt this year. Don, tell me about it.
I got I think it's Region 6 Midwest. It was number 6 in the region.
And how did the hunt go?
Oh, fantastic. The first time through, I missed him, and I got him when he come back through again. What were you shooting at? 30-06.
And Don, how long have you been hunting?
Since I was able to. I don't remember the year, but...
And Don, you know, being out in the woods, did you have help getting out in the woods this year, or how did that work? And your brother?
Yeah, my brother's my hunting buddy.
Well, brother, come on up here. I'm going to have you just kind of stand right in behind me. Tell me about taking your brother out and the experience you've had this year.
It was a joy to watch him get his big buck this year. It's probably the best thing I ever had in my life, to see him shoot this big 13-point buck and watching the expression on his face when he seen the deer go down.
Well, and it's, you know, something that a lot of families share here, and this is something that, you know, it's not always easy to get out in the woods. It's always great to have somebody help out, especially when it's your brother. And then the success you had this year, what was it like when you got up to see that buck?
Oh, it was great. I mean, can't describe it.
And you didn't want to miss the Big Buck Pole Prize Party, did you?
No, I got out of the hospital yesterday, so I could be here today.
Let's give him a round of applause, folks.
So a very touching story, and we appreciate their family and everybody who helped Don come to the last party at the Soaring Eagle. You know, again, it's, you know, you don't realize how hunting touches people's lives. And in this case, this is something that, you know, he grew up with, and he just, that was his passion. That was his last wish.
Yeah, you know, we've done the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and again, great organization, does a lot of great things for people who love deer hunting.
Okay, so now let's shift to kids. And, you know, you know, the old movie or the old TV show, kids say the darndest things. Well, we had some kids say some pretty funny things at our regional prize parties. And, you know, we started with one little guy, man, his deer was as big as he was.
Yeah, actually, I had to hold it up for him. We did the final picture on the stage. He was just a trembling and a shaking, and all of a sudden his dad's out in the audience says, can you grab the deer for him? So I was helping him hold his deer up. But I'll tell you what, proud kid.
Well, I aimed at my grandpa. He like holded it right here, and I aimed and fired.
Okay, so Grandpa helped you out. Have you been hunting with Grandpa before?
Yeah.
Do you like going hunting?
Yeah.
Is Grandpa a good helper?
Yeah.
But he don't move too quick. He didn't bring that deer up here for you, did he?
Nope.
All right. Well, what did you think when you saw that big old deer coming out? You don't know? Didn't you get a little buck fever or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? What'd that feel like?
Well, I was shaking.
We got some gambling money for Soaring Eagle for you, okay? Super. Come here. I want to talk to you. All right. So, do you go out hunting?
Yeah.
What do you like about being out there?
Shooting big bucks.
Shooting big bucks. You ever shot a big buck?
No.
Well, then how can you like shooting big bucks? You never shot one.
I don't know.
You don't know. But have you seen deer out there when you're out there in the woods?
Yeah.
All right. Has your dad shot big bucks?
Yeah.
And do you like when your dad brings big bucks home?
Yeah.
We also celebrated the top 3 bucks overall in the state. And in third place was Todd Riley. In second place was Jamie McKibben. And in first place was Keith Mann. And, you know, they all had some kind of little twist, some kind of humor that went along with their stories.
But they also had one thing in common, and that was some nice bucks.
Oh, they had big deer. All right, let's hear what these guys had to say.
Jamie McKibben. He's on the radio on Saturdays in Jackson. And Jamie, that was quite a hunt.
It was kind of the hunt of a lifetime, actually. I'm already planning on, trying to figure out where the big one is for next year, but it was pretty awesome this year, Tim.
And you've been hunting for a while. And tell me quickly about your radio show out of the Jackson area.
Do a show on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. We talk about hunting and fishing. We're given an hour to do that every week, and it goes by too fast. So it's 10 o'clock Saturday mornings in Jackson locally on 1450, and we broadcast it on ESPN Radio 1450, WIBM on the web, too, so you can get it anywhere.
Well, congratulations. Obviously, the biggest buck you ever shot, right?
Oh, for sure. Maybe the biggest buck I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
Well, that is awesome. Well, I tell you right now, we got a nice plaque from Recognition Inc. for being the second biggest buck in the contest. Plus, hey, fellas, you got some prize when we give away? You want to have, there you go, hand it to him. Jamie's got his plaque. Congratulations to Jamie. We have Keith Mann with us live on stage. Keith, come on up here. Now, look, here's what Keith shot right up here. If you didn't get a chance to see it, an enormous deer. And when we're all done here tonight and we give away the ATV, we want everybody that has a mount, we want to get one big picture up here on stage. We'll put you right next to me, make me look good with that big rack. All right, brother? Okay, so Keith shot a 14-pointer, 20.5-inch inside spread. And now the quote that you gave me was that you hunt as much as some people work, and some people work as much as you hunt. What does that mean? What's your mind? Come on.
I hunt all the time, and people work all the time. I take off. My birthday's opening day of deer season, so I don't work.
So you hear that? That's how you kill a big buck. You don't work. You got that? Is that right?
Right.
All right. Well, tell me quickly about your hunt. Talk right in that mic.
Well, I seen it come out about 4 o'clock. I seen the rack, and I thought it was still in velvet because it was so big. And I pulled up the binoculars, and then the heart started. I said, holy moly's. You got to calm down. He's going to kill me, or I'm going to kill it. And I watched it come across 2 cornfields, come in 60 yards broadside, and one shot right through the lungs.
One shot through the lungs, it's dead.
Yep. Then I jumped on my tree stand, probably hit one step coming out. And it fell in a bunch of leaves. I said, geez, that ain't the deer I shot, because it is a pretty small deer. It only weighed 167. I picked the horns up out of the leaves, and it grew. No shrinkage at all.
How about that? How many people have ground shrinkage out there? A lot of people. How many people have ground grow-age? That was you, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, congratulations. The #1 buck in our Q1 Buck Pull contest. Keith, man, anything else you want to say?
Waiting to win the 4-wheeler and appreciate your show.
All right. We're going to have to wait a minute longer, all right, brother? All right. Let's give him a round of applause. The #1 buck.
Well, the moment that everybody was waiting for, and that was who is going to win the ATV. It's a Yamaha Grizzly 350 ATV, all camo. It's a 4x4. Custom Connection Motorsports, Brian Blowers in Battle Creek. They always donate the ATV. And Mike, they do a wonderful job. We put it right up on stage. The person that won, Jerry Meyer from Attica.
You know what? I wanted to enter Jerry into decathlon because they do it all. They hurtled across the stage, over tables, over chairs, and up onto the ATV. Man, they were excited.
Oh, I think it was his son or brother. He's, I want to be in those pictures too, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, and it was funny because he was with a friend there, and as soon as you said Attica, he knew it was between one or the other. So, man, they were just chopping at the bit to see who the winner was going to be.
Here's our winner of the ATV.
Freddie Smith, you're going to reach in.
All right, hold on.
Hang on.
There's only two things that we have to ask for this ATV giveaway. One, obviously, we've been saying it all night. If you do not jump out of your chair, you do not run down here and absolutely jump up on stage, we're drawing again.
You got to show some emotion. That's why you're here.
Now,
Brian, how much is this worth?
About, say, $6,000.
Hang on. But
However,
another 1,000 because it's got some beads. I'll tell you right now. These Budweiser beads are priceless.
As a result of last year, we do have to say this. I would not recommend that when you win this quad that you go out in the parking lot and smoke dope. Okay? Because they watch you and it's an ugly day. Okay? So that recommendation now is out there. Please do not do that. You can be happy. Party on.
Hey,
We're
we'll
all
meet you.
about it.
We'll have shots. Jaeger
Yes.
bombs in the bar.
Right
but
on.
Don't
meet us in the
don't
bar.
go outside
We're all
because
about it.
because you know what? It makes it hard to pay the little taxes and stuff.
Yep, because Michigan's already getting in your pocket because you're in jail. Okay?
Okay, that did not happen last year.
Yes, it did. Absolutely.
The hell,
Absolutely.
You're telling our secrets there, man. Okay, who wants to win an ATV? We're ready.
Woo!
Let's finish our night.
Is that it?
Let's finish our night.
All right, let's do it.
And the winner is they shot an 8-pointer, a total score of 39 3/4. They're from Attica. Jerry Meyer, where you at?
Come on, Jerry. Come on.
Come on, Jerry.
Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. Come on, man. Come on, right here, baby. Get up here. Get on your
Come
butt.
on, Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. Holy crap. Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah!
There, now that's excitement. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Tim Hart, Brian Blowers from Custom Connection Motorsports. Big Buck
Thanks,
Hoffner,
everyone.
Fred and Glenn.
Let's give it up.
Dusty and Tony. Thank you very much.
Well, again, we thank Brian Blowers and Custom Connection Motorsports. You can see what they're all about going to c4choppers.com and see what their store's about. They service all kinds of makes and models, and they sell ATVs, and, you know, they make big custom choppers.
And you know what? He came in camo gear this year. I told him I was impressed, man. We're going to make him a hunter after all.
Well, you know, Mike, it was quite a year this year, and our final prize party, a big crowd. The food was great from the Soaring Eagle. We just had a lot of things going on that night. Lots of prizes, lots of stories, and it was interesting to meet a number of people that were there last year and the year before and came back. And then I met a guy, and I can't remember his name, but he was from Coldwater, and he was at the very first prize party 12 years ago. And he said, remember, that was at just that little room? And I said, yeah, we packed about 45 people into a room that you could only get about 30 into, and it was a great time.
Yeah, I ended up at a table of 4, and they were talking about going to the casino, but they were supposed to meet up in Battle Creek, but they said, we are not missing the buck pull, so they conned them into coming to the casino up in Mount Pleasant, and they said they had the greatest time of their lives. And actually, the guest they brought along with them won a crossbow.
So there you have it. We'd like to thank a lot of our sponsors out there. Darton, they gave away the Darton Terminator crossbows. We gave away 18 of them throughout the year. We had CVA Wolf rifles, 50 caliber muzzleloaders. We gave those away. Eastman Outdoors had all kinds of prizes, Gorilla Tree Stands, Carbon Express arrows. I mean, the list goes on, and I can't forget a couple of our just fabulous sponsors again this year, and that is Auto Value, Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts Stores, along with Greenstone Farm Credit Services. You know, they gave away prizes, but they were also involved in what was going on.
You know, they gave away a heck of a nice prize. They gave away a steel chainsaw, and I'll tell you what, nice gift, nice prize. But, you know, they believe in what we do, Tim, and, you know, you hunters out there, you know, remember to go out and support them because they supported what we do, and they made the final party a great party.
Not only that, but we also had the DNR. Lieutenant Craig Gray came up, and he talked, about the affiliation and what we're doing with the DNR. And again, they were an integral part of our program this year, along with Soaring Eagle, with all their cooks and the recipes. And so, when you get a lot of content, you get a lot of people interacting, it just makes it that much more fun.
It's building relationships with people, and it's about family. And I guess if I were to see the change in the final parties that I've seen over the year, family seems to be a bigger and better theme each and every year.
Okay, well, Mike, that's going to do it for our webisode today. I will tell you this. We are going to have some more webisodes coming up, so make sure you tune in. I'll have it posted on the front page of the Q1 Buck Bulls website. In addition, we'll post it on Facebook so you know when to look there. But we're going to try to provide a lot of information. We have some clients that will talk about food plots. We're going to have Tony LaPratte talking about what you should be doing in the spring and the summer, getting geared up for the fall. So there will be a lot of information, and we want you to tune in into the Q1 Buck Bulls website.
Well, Tim, I'll tell you what, I've had a great year and looking forward to even a better year next year.
Good to have you, Big
All
Buck.
right. Thanks.
All right, Mike Big Buck Hoffner, and I'm Tim Hart. Thanks for watching our webisode here on the Q1 Buck Bull. Remember, whenever you're out in the woods, wherever you're at, make sure you're safe.